Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. To think of being rejected by the DLP is really not a nice thought, because the DLP ran under the leadership of Frondel Stuart after David Thompson died, and then you actually re-elected the DLP under the leadership of Frondel Stuart, and he really, even as you would call him, the sleeping giant, he did nothing. He didn't make a mark. He did not put Barbados on the map when his face was the head of Barbados. So to think that coming after Frondel Stuart coming after him and being rejected, that is a slap in the face. So I'm sure Kemar Stuart is feeling away. He was rejected by the DLP. And what I thought was going to happen after Ronnie Yearwood and the others were put out, you thought that they too were going to develop a new party, but it didn't happen. But Kemar Stuart went ahead. This is Kemar Stuart here. He went ahead and formed a new Nincomp party, and he's talking about aiming to unite generations and overhaul political old guard. Okay, now when you start out with new, that word new, there's an opposite to that word. Okay, there's an opposite to new. It's old. Okay, and when you talk about national, you think, okay, you're talking national, you're talking a particular place, a particular centricity, like you're just focused on what Barbados, new, Nincompoop, new, national, whatever you want to call it. It makes no sense. And to think that, let me show you, even when Kemar Stuart is using a filter, he still looks strange. Still looks like a strange dude, doesn't he? Strange looking dude, okay? Now the political pundits are saying all he's doing is weakening the opposition. That's all a third party would do. And they're like, what, 10 third parties? You don't add them and say 4, 5, 6. I guess it doesn't make sense, because the two that are there that's a staple. That's what's there. So there are two parties, DLP, BLP, okay? So any other party that is formed, no matter how many they are, they're just third parties. And what they are saying happens is it weakens the opposition. It takes votes away from anyone who's opposing the ruling party, okay? So this new Nincompoop party, where does he expect it to go after being rejected by the DLP of all places? Where would Kemar Stuart expect to go? Why did he form a party? Why does he want so much to be up in politics? What does he do other than politics? What does Kemar Stuart do? And maybe he should stick to what he does outside of politics. You know that guy that looks, what's his name? Carrie Simmons. Carrie Simmons, when you see him out on Barbados business and you see Barbados and you see his face, he looks good for the job. Carrie Simmons looks good when he's doing his job. There's no way he can be out to do business for Barbados on behalf of Barbados as an elected official and carrying a diplomatic passport. There's no way you're going to look at his face and then the camera pans down and you see Barbados and it's like, no, it's a hard no. Okay, he doesn't have the look. Okay, Frondel didn't have it either. That's why I'm saying anyone who's coming after Frondel and being rejected by that party, it's a slap. It's a hard slap to be rejected by the DLP after they had Frondel Stuart as the Prime Minister of Barbados. You know, so, but this, no, okay? So somebody needs to talk to him. Somebody needs to talk to Kemar Stuart. Like I said, I don't know what he does to make a living outside of always being in the news and looking strange. But be that as it may, the new Nincomp party, NNP. Come on, man. You don't have to look. He just doesn't have to look. Okay? Mia Motley is going to win again. I mean, you don't want to hear it, but it's true. It's true. Mia Motley is going to win again. It's her energy, it's her essence. She's going to win again. She's going to be the BLP. They're going to be the ruling party again. Okay? Because they look good. They look good when you see the representation and then you see the face. Like I made an example of Kerry Simmons. He looks really good when he's representing Barbados. He looks as though he knows what he's talking about. He looks as though he's in his right mind. And when he's sitting there, he looks elegant in his form, representing Barbados. Kemar can't do that. He can't cut that kind of style. He can't cut that kind of stuff for Barbados. And Barbados needs all the style it can have going forward. It needs style because you don't have much of anything else. So you need to actually look good at what you're doing. You need to look good. Kemar, you don't have it. You just don't have it. Okay? You need to just go away. Go away, please. Please go away, Kemar Stuart. Go away. Okay? And let the others do what they do best. Let the others do what they do best. Even what's his name? Ralph Thorne. Even Ralph Thorne could look better at doing the political stuff than Kemar. Kemar is just no. I'm sorry, Kemar. I hate to be the dead horse, but no. Kemar Stuart is not your guy. He's not the face of Barbados. Kemar Stuart, let's make this long story short. Kemar Stuart is not the face of Barbados and the political party that he just formed, new Nincomp party. It's a silly place for him to be. It's a silly name for him to call. You don't start up with new. You just don't start up with new because there's an opposite to new. You just don't start up with certain words. You just do not go there. Okay? So he started wrong and he's going to end wrong. No one is going to give him, no one's going to give him much of anything, much of any energy. Would you give your power over to him? You're going to give your power over to him? That's a hard no, Kemar. It's a hard no. Okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.